Supplemental math videos from Circle Christian School. Degrees to radians and back again. Behold the unit circle. This is your welcome to trigonometry, the measurement of triangles. In particular, my favorite, the right triangle. After all, we all know everything goes back to the right triangle. The unit circle that we did in class here, everything's by degrees. I think of it as a pizza. Each one of these are just some sort of pizza slice, 45-degree pizza slice, and then a 60-degree pizza slice. And it all just cuts it up in the deal circle here, because what radians do is measure how far it is from 0 in actual length along a certain degree. Just as if you had had a string and laid it down to do the measure. The other thing that you need to remember with the unit circle, different color, is that all of these are going to make some sort of right triangle. So for this particular angle right here, it's going to be a 30, 60, and of course we've got our right angle right over here, our 90-degree, and the radius is of course going to equal 1 unit, like so, which is what allows us to be able to find actually the coordinate on a coordinate plane, your basic coordinate plane, but that'll be shown at a later time. The big thing to remember is that, like I said at the beginning, everything goes back to the right triangle. Let's find the complement, which means 2 angles that equal 90 degrees, and the supplement, 2 angles that equal 180 is pi over 2, and 180 is pi. So first thing we're going to have to do when we have 72 degrees here off the central angle, or off of theta, we'll have to change it into the radian mode. So we're going to have to take the 72 degrees and times it by the pi over the 180, which is going to give us 2 pi over 5. And so now I'm going to take the 90 degrees, which is pi over 2, and subtract the 2 pi over 5. And to do that, we have to have a common denominator. So our common denominator between these two are going to be 10. Is going to be 10. Don't tell Mrs. Westcott that I was talking like that. And so this is going to give us 5 pi. And this one's going to be 4 pi. So the complement is going to be pi over 10. Which of course then you can always convert back into some degrees and do the double check for the 72. Likewise, we're going to have to take the 2 pi over the 5 and subtract it from, the pi, which you can look at as pi over 1. So the common denominator here is going to be 5. 2 pi over the 5 and times 5, so it's going to be 5 pi, which means the complement is going to be 3 pi over 5. And again, if we want to double check that, you just change it back into angles to find out what it is. Okay, so why do I have the same amount as the same amount that we had there? Don't know why. Because it's so much fun. Pi over 10, 3 over pi. Oh, my bad. I did all the changing and didn't have to do the changing in according to the book. But now you get to see it both ways. For the 72 here, it would be 90 minus the 72 if we were working in degrees. And the result would be, let's see, 18 degrees. So the pi would be the same as 18 degrees. And then the 180 minus the 72. You guys are smart cookies. You can figure this part out. Oops, not 172. I'll just blame it on Derek. He's here today. And we would get 108. And if you did the conversion for this, it should equal the same thing as the 3 pi over 5. I'll let you do the double check on that.